Maybe. I hate this. All right. Welcome to What's Up, episode 34.
Woo!
Why is the video not going away, though, now? I mean, I
Because
know it's not
it's
actually there. I know it's not actually there for them because of how it looks in the future, or from last week and whatnot. So the video's not actually there
But
for
still
them.
there.
Yeah, it's still there for us.
All right, well,
okay.
we'll just keep watching it then.
Yep. No, because it's not showing on my end.
Well, forget it now then.
Yeah, now it's gone. All right. So, what do we got for some music news?
All right. My biggest thing of music news happened literally 5 hours ago.
Okay.
Slipknot has announced that they are parting ways with their sample and keyboardist Greg Jones. In a small statement, it just says, to our fans, Slipknot is announcing we are parting ways with Greg Jones. We wish him well in his future.
I wonder what happened.
Since then,
Yes.
they have deleted that post.
Huh?
So they lied. They lied.
So since then, they've deleted the post that says that they're parting ways.
Okay, so is he
Maybe they're-
accused of doing something, and then they decided to back him, or what?
I have no idea. There's nothing else coming out about it.
That would be my thought if they're trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it said that for about like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then they immediately got rid of it, and yeah.
That just seems
Interesting.
fishy.
So Slipknot's going through some stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of going through some stuff, my next little bit of music news is Sleep Token based, because with me, when is it not? Sleep Token have sold out a 10,000 seat capacity arena in Japan in less than 10 minutes.
Damn.
Wow.
So that is what I was talking about, where I said I might not be going to Sleep Token.
Just what are we doing? We're not going. We're all not going to Japan. Apparently, we need to.
Yeah, apparently we need to. Nope. So they sold out the giant, one of the biggest arenas in Japan. It's a 10,000 seat capacity in less than 10 minutes, and even scalpers and things like that are having trouble getting seats.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So
That's insane.
A 10,000 seat arena seems insane.
It says that they are because of the quick sellout, they are trying to get another date in Japan. But so far, they are unsuccessful at finding another big enough venue for them.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
So if you're in Japan and you wanted to go to Sleep Token, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you can't do that. Unless you know somebody real well.
You could just sneak in if you're tall, if you're small, and just hop on someone's shoulders.
That's right. Just hop, or be like me and just get in a backpack. I could fit in a backpack.
Maybe when you were younger and
I could just hide in
not.
someone's shit.
Yeah. Well, see, I can't be as fat now. Like, I gotta lose some of the weight before I can fit in another backpack.
Yeah.
Um, also in um, also in some music news, Avenged Sevenfold's album, "Life Is But a Dream," dropped last Friday.
Yep. You
It
mentioned
was
it last
weird.
week on the podcast.
My favorite description. Yep. My favorite description that I've been able to find from it was, it seems like an acid trip that you're not sure if you like or not.
I could see that. Cause like that was kind of my thought when I was listening to it. I was like, was someone out of their damn mind?
Yeah, like I don't know what they've figured out or like
It was just,
anything,
I
but
don't know. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
no, it's not top five albums for me, definitely, but like
No.
it's interesting for a listen.
I couldn't even
um,
like make it through like the beginning of songs to
oh
listen to
my,
half of it.
yeah, it took a lot for me to get through. Or not get through, like that's not the right wording, but just like to listen to the whole thing. It took a lot of mental like. You kind of have to look at it like they're not the same band that you know and love.
You know, I'm just like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not feeling you.
Um, and then that a lot of the articles are saying if you like old style Avenged Sevenfold, Mattel is the song you listen to. Another one that I really liked was Cosmic.
Okay.
That's just me though. And that's all for music. Do you want me to mention the other story now and get into wrestling?
Well, we always have to do our transition if you're done with music.
This is true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as they can play.
What?
No,
Is it not gonna play?
No.
Why is it
no.
not gonna freaking play?
Because it hates
Oh.
us.
Hang on. There it says it's going.
It's
It's
3, 4, 50.
Come on. I thought we had most of this crap figured out.
nope.
Apparently not.
Apparently, we might have to. I don't know what else we're gonna have to do to get this friggin' podcast working.
We'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, how am I doing? I'll do the one trick that I tried the other time. See if it works.
But
All
I'm
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That look is like, no.
So I think it did play. If I go back and play the actual video, I think we are unable to subscribe to the participant. Please check your internet connection and reload the page. What? Interesting. But I think there's a chance that it played, because according to my thing, it was playing. So it might be the same thing with the intro, and it played anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this crap figured out. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead with your story that we told you about, or that whatever.
Um, so I did notice this earlier today. Unfortunately, the Iron Sheik, really well known in the 80s for his feuds with Hogan, died at the age of 81 today. Super sad, but if you really want to like remember what he was about and like just who he was as a person, go look at his Twitter. um, some of his tweets just they'll make you smile, whoever you are. Like the latest one that he tweeted was "fuck the wildfires." So, I feel like he was just very happy all the time, and he didn't give a care. But condolences to his family and his friends. And fly high, Iron Sheik. You did a lot for the sport of pro wrestling. Because Xander, and Ashley, he was one of the ones that like. So back in the '80s, wrestling was real, right? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't what we know it to be.
Yes.
His character was despised by everyone because he was a foreigner and he came in and he was like, I'm just better than you. And so like, you know, when people really thought it was real, they hated him.
So he just became that?
He was the bad. And he was going up against Hogan, who was the goodest good. But he had a lot of accolades, a lot of championships, and in all of the territories in the WWF, WWE. So he did a whole lot, and he deserved every bit of recognition that he got for what he did for the sport, and really honing in on the whole villainous character that he had going on. Because I'm sure that must have been like terrifying. Like back then, like you were getting like stabbed by people. Like people were like threatening to kill you and like waiting outside for you, and he just dove headfirst into it. So,
I want to be honest with you. I think we're spazzing out, and I think the transition is currently playing or continually playing. It keeps going and playing again on my end. It's
No,
showing
it
that.
did when you.
during my fantastic soliloquy.
So the transition was played when you tried to play that other video.
Yeah.
It's not now.
Okay. All right. Well. Anyway, continue.
If I get, well, that was it.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So I will talk about some of my stuff that I have up here. Money in the Bank is our next pay-per-view. We're still about a month away. Ringside News reached out to a member of the creative team to ask about LA Knight winning the ladder match. We were told, quote, let everyone report that. They will look stupid when the match is over.
I want LA Knight to win.
So does pretty much everybody, but it doesn't seem like that. Either they want us to, let our hopes down so that we were more excited when it does happen.
Yeah.
Or that's my first thought is that they're trying to like make it so like, oh, he's not gonna freaking win. Let's get our not get our hopes up, and then it's gonna happen. They're like, oh yeah, it did happen. Kind of like what they tried to do with Cody coming back at Mania, however long ago.
Yeah. I hope he does win. Honestly, he needs he's so good, and he needs that kind of jump.
I just think I also like his name. Like I think it's just a badass name.
Yeah.
All right, rumor roundup. There's some disagreements among outlets about exactly how much Vince McMahon is changing things or hanging around backstage at WWE.
Oh God.
And where he's doing that, hanging around. For what it's worth, BWE claims he's usually there and didn't change all that much this week.
Okay.
He's the
Braun
puppet
Strowman
master.
has been released. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I was done.
Okay. Braun Strowman has been released from the hospital following his surgery. and he's expected to be out for a very long time. There was a lot of sympathy for him at Raw this week because he's so well liked.
Yep. He just came back too.
Are we talking like months or years here?
Probably months. What was wrong with him? His neck, wasn't it, or was it something else?
Did he
Neck
get-
fusion
Dave
surgery.
Retainer? Oh yeah, it's at least 6.
Yeah, he'll be out for a while.
Is that not?
So these
I mean,
9
what
months
did Danielson get? Or was it not Danielson? Was it who was it that was out for a long time with the neck?
He was out for years with his neck, just because like he never got the feelings back that he was supposed to get back.
Oh, wasn't it? Edge was out for his neck too, wasn't it?
Yep, Edge was out for his neck.
And that was
He's
also
currently out for his neck. There's been a lot of Stone Cold and Lita were both out for their necks.
Everyone in next, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a dangerous. Honestly, like it's a dangerous thing. Like
Next,
Yeah.
backs.
that's what you gotta.
know,
That's what you gotta
this-
talk about
this-
when people say that WWE is fake. Is like, yeah, then what about all these
Exactly.
injuries?
yeah, that's
Like,
why I use the Big E example now, like all the time.
Yeah, it's still.
I'm just like,
You
oh,
know,
if it's fake,
yeah,
this
it's
guy's
scripted.
currently.
It's scripted, and some things are planned out for moves, but like it's still athletics. They still got to work out all the time.
Yeah, people still get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insider also says there was a lot of praise internally for Damian Priest and Caden Carter and Katana Chance for their work on Raw this week.
That was good.
It was. Even I was into it.
I didn't watch it because of, as I believe I mentioned last week, which the episode will be up. It's just going to be up late, apparently. I have an event going on, but so I was not watching Raw. Anyway, there have been plans in place, which I was not aware, but Baron Corbin and Mustafa Ali to work in NXT.
Woo!
Several NXT talent specifically requested to work with Ali.
As one should.
AEW-wise, for rumors, AEW is, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter, AEW is getting more aggressive in trying to get the contracts of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega completed. And Santana Ortiz will be ready to return from injury soon.
Ooh, okay.
It's not clear where they're
really
going to use
hope
him,
that they
given
get-
his unhappiness with his role. But
Because he was in the Jericho Appreciation Society for a hot second.
okay.
But maybe
Now-
they'll bring that back. Because Sammy doesn't have anything to do.
Who? Oh, Sammy
Sammy
Guevara?
Guevara.
The delay is real, man. The delay is real.
It really
Yeah,
is. Like
it
I'm,
really is.
I'm trying to I'm trying to account for it.
Yeah, I don't. We'll make it work. It'll work. There's talk about possibly, as a result of CM Punk's return, about AEW talent walking out.
Dun dun dun.
Okay.
I mean, depending on how many walk out and
People
how
make it weird.
who walks out, it might be worth not having Punk back.
Yeah. Because we did just get the main event announced for Collision tonight on AEW that I watched.
Okay.
It's going to be Jay White and... I already don't remember who Jay White's teaming with. It's going to be a 6-man match, though. But it's versus FTR and CM Punk.
Okay. Interesting.
Which will be interesting because isn't FTR kind of part of the Elite?
I
Which
didn't
is who
think
CM
so,
Punk
but I
was
could be wrong.
in the first place.
Hmm.
So, we'll see, I guess.
All right. Does anybody else have anything wrestling they would like to mention? Because that's all I actually have.
I do.
All right.
Dynamite was fantastic.
Okay.
How so?
And you're gonna love this, Xander. Guess who is feuding with MJF now?
Oh. Either my first guess would be Brian Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Second guess would be Willie, or whatever the heck that other
Adam
guy was.
Cole, baby.
Okay. MJF and Adam
Mm-hmm.
Cole. All right. I'm
They
being
had a
interested in that.
very fun promo tonight.
Cool.
We also had officially announced for Forbidden Door, which I want to say is on the 27th, which I will not be buying.
Okay.
As I want to for this match alone. Bryan Danielson versus Kenta, I believe.
Okay.
And then Kenny Omega, it's Kenny Omega and Kenta. And then Bryan Danielson and somebody.
You're doing good at this, bud.
I'm very bad at AEW wrestlers.
Fair
There's
enough.
so many of them, they come from everywhere. I don't know them all. Especially for Forbidden Door, because they're getting everybody
Yeah.
for that.
And there were supposed to be there was talks that Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné the article I read but I didn't keep was there were serious talks with AEW about her being part of it. But now with her ankle,
Which very well
leg,
could.
whatever.
Yeah. And then what else did I have from Dynamite tonight? The TBS Championship match between Chris Statlander and not Cora Jade. I don't remember who she faced, but that was pretty good.
Okay. You're batting about 50% right now, bud.
Right now.
20. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm batting about 50% right now, which is better than average, or it's literally average.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I keep forgetting stuff. There was a 6-man tag match tonight with Blackpool Combat Club and whoever they faced.
I do remember seeing a promo for that.
One of the members of Blackpool Combat was cut apparently really, really bad.
Mm.
And it wasn't Moxley.
Interesting. Speaking of, I got a question.
Blades or bleed. Oh.
Have you heard anything about what happened with William Regal lately?
He's supposedly in WWE now. He's trying to train his son up.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Even though
I want to say his
freaking Vince
first
is
official
back.
day was like January 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, he's apparently still there.
All right. GameStop has fired their CEO and
Why?
appointed their board chairman, Ryan Cohen, as executive chairman effective immediately, they said on Wednesday. And shares of GameStop dropped more than 20%.
So, GameStop's still around?
The company didn't provide a reason for the firing, but noted the change in its quarterly securities filing.
I can't believe that they're still around. Or, well, actually, I can, because remember when
So-
we were all like, you can't, like. Go ahead.
Being that I have Geek Week going on right now, and I had to go today, we ended up going to Bay City to get an extra PS3 controller because one of mine was acting up and wouldn't let me frickin' do a thing. So we went to Bay City to go get one at like a. They also could do repairs, but I didn't want to wait 2 days and go back to Bay City again. So I just bought a third party. But when I was making my phone calls to find out where I could possibly get one, I had called the GameStop in Bay City and in Midland. The one in Bay City said, well, we don't have any in stock because people don't think we still buy them, but we do. But we haven't had one in a long time. And so when I called Midland then after that to see, they're like, we don't sell those anymore. And I'm like, well, maybe that's part of Bay City's answer.
Weird. Of course.
Yeah, that's very strange.
All right. I got something
just-
interesting.
I don't know. What? Do tell.
So, for those who don't know, you guys probably don't care, but you might care when I say this. So, Magic the Gathering is doing a crossover with Lord of the Rings.
Interesting.
They are printing one copy of a card called The Ring. One copy. There is a guy on YouTube. I believe his name's Adam from Dave and Adam, is like a podcaster or something like that. He has put a $1 million bounty on that card. He will pay $1 million if you pull that card.
Wow. Wow.
So people are saying,
Interesting.
don't open your packs in public.
No.
Oh.
You almost gotta be like in a secret bunker, like with Secret Service around to open that shit.
Be
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
See, from $1 million, I don't even think I would trust like either one of you to be around when I open that. Like if it was in there and you guys were around, I would have to I'd have to fight.
Okay, no, here's what I would do. And this is all honestly, like, I don't know how much you trust me in our friendship and stuff like that, but I'd be like, I'd want you to split, not necessarily split half and half, but if you bought the pack, I'd be like, all right, listen, bro, let's, maybe put some to the podcast at least, try to get better camera, try to get internet, try to get, my shit figured out at least, if we can a little bit, get this podcast better, and then, get your apartment dealt with, pay all your bills, get your stuff paid off, but, I'd want a little bit of it, because, you don't freaking play Magic or whatever, but... Yeah. But I would definitely tell you, like,
See,
hey,
the
you got...
funny part is,
I wouldn't tell you, like, oh, you got shit, nothing, I'll just use these cards to play with. I would not do that.
Yeah.
I'd be honest.
Because the sad part is I honestly feel like since I don't know anything about Magic, like I would have the card and I'd be like, it's a stupid set. And I don't know anything about any of this, and I would just like toss them.
They'd be like, no.
I feel like you know enough from what I've said that there are cards that are worth money.
Oh,
Even if you didn't know that one was $1 million, you know enough that Magic cards are worth money.
Yeah. I do know a few of them are worth some big bucks if you get them somehow.
All right. My next two stories are pretty big. On top. Garrett and I almost did this morning. We decided against it. My stepmom sent me this article, and it also showed up in my Google feed later. It's in Detroit. No, I think it's near Detroit. The name of the store is called Dairy Whip. By the time this podcast goes up, it might be too late, or anybody who sees it maybe, unless I see it right away. It's only this week, June 5th through the 11th. It's in Redford Township in Detroit.
Wait, what?
They
What's it called?
they do this once a year.
Dairy Whip.
Dairy Whip. They have a Mountain Dew ice cream.
Dairy Whip.
Oh my!
Intriguing.
It's only available this
Never
week.
ordered
He
that.
does it once a year.
If you can order out of state. That's so. What's interesting is I don't remember hearing anything about this, and I'm from Metro Detroit.
Yeah, like apparently, I've never heard of Dairy Whip.
I got apparently he
like,
gets
I
so
remember-
popular every year he does it. He's done it for the past 4 years during the summer. He makes seven. He says he guesses he makes about 700 Mountain Dew cones a day when it's available.
Well, that's
Wow.
why.
Yeah,
Jeez. I would try
making
Mountain
those
Dew ice
bucks,
cream.
man. It's not
I
nearly
thought
as good
about-
as the ranch ice cream, but
I thought about driving
So
there,
good,
and
no.
it was a 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back. I knew we had the podcast today. I'm like, I really don't want to do that, much less the trip to Bay City we had to make. I think that was a big part of why I decided not to. Is I'm like, we have to go to Bay City, get the controller. I
So-
don't want to go all the way to freaking Detroit.
Is ranch ice cream really as
Yes, it
intriguing as
exists.
it sounds?
I'm not gonna freaking try it. I'm not gonna try it. I don't like ranch dressing as it is.
That sounds
Oh, you're
absolutely
super-
disgusting. And I like
It
weird things,
super
but
choppy.
not that.
Or- It does sound really bad, but like,
It's probably really. It
I-
sounds really bad, but it's really good.
see, we got to put that chicken wing ice cream on top of it, and then we just go from there.
Chicken wing.
Or the
No.
pizza one.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's like
My
there's like
God,
buffalo chicken wing ice cream.
you're
you
ruining
put that
ice
on
cream.
top of
Why
the
are you
chicken-
in the dark? What's happening?
Me?
No,
Or
Xander.
Might be trying to refresh something or
You're
something.
like in the.
Nope, I'm not trying to do anything. What's happening? I don't know. I'm
Well,
not doing
You're
anything.
in the dark, dude.
I'm closing out.
You're in the dark now.
You're
What?
Yeah, you're in the dark. Like I can't see you.
What the fuck?
Yep. Just so you know.
Interesting. Garrett, did you connect to the internet or anything?
No, I was connected originally and disconnected at this point.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
I can
which
hear
means
you.
I'll have a
It
separate.
just went black.
Damn it.
Hang on, I'll come.
Just thought you'd want to know, bro. You don't have to.
Well, he's gonna. At least you let him know.
Well, I figured he didn't know.
Yeah, I've also figured he didn't know.
Was that?
Oh man.
Oh.
But yeah, no. That I want to try the ranch flavored ice cream with chicken wing ice cream. I think it'd be good.
It's just weird. Why are they ruining ice cream and everything?
They are ruining literally everything.
I'm back. I see
Like,
Ashley. I
even
see
or-
Otto. All
you're-
right.
No. That. Oh, there you go.
Am I back? I have video again.
Yeah. It
Hey,
was laggy
yeah.
though.
I'm laggy.
You miss it. Yeah. Shit.
Yep.
Fuck this shit.
Okay.
I don't
Oh, now you're black
understand.
again. Just
Like,
leave
nothing else is
it.
running, nothing-
Whatever. And you're also breaking.
Yeah. At this point,
Oh,
coffee's
that could be a
going great.
small part of it. Hang on, I have an idea.
okay. He's got an idea.
Tis your idea.
Okay, it
My
might take a
idea
second for
is
it
to get
to
more
come
coffee.
into effect, but that might work. That might help.
You go drink more coffee and be up all night. Or you go to sleep.
Maybe I will.
Because coffee puts me to sleep if I drink it at night.
Honestly, sometimes me too.
As I
That's
got
weird.
older, like, it just... What?
Yeah. It's like drinking hot milk.
No.
It's
No.
just warmed up milk. It puts me right to sleep.
No.
I'm like a small child.
No. It's got
Steamed
caffeine in
milk
it.
is the best, though.
The caffeine is the whole.
Not milk doesn't have caffeine in it.
Not milk.
No, the coffee. The coffee.
Coffee
Coffee
doesn't...
does.
No. So coffee has caffeine in it, but if you drink it at night, some people, it just knocks right out. Oh crap, I almost dropped my phone.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So
My
do I look
dad, it
fine
doesn't
now? Am I
affect me
good?
at
Do I
all.
sound a little better?
Yeah, you're on camera now.
Yep.
For now.
It depends on how the body reacts to the caffeine, as it's suppressing your body's tiredness, but it's fully possible that it just causes issues at night when it's already flooding with chemicals to make you sleepy. Who knows?
Yeah.
Science is a mystery even to scientists.
Yeah.
And what's also gonna help me? What's also gonna help me is I'm gonna take a bubble bath after this, and I can't wait.
If you want, I have one last
Yep.
story other than the other video left over from from last week. I have one more story that's going to make your month.
Okay.
Are you ready for
That'll
this?
probably make your life. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did we lose me again?
You've paused.
You're just very, very choppy.
And you're frozen.
I'm frozen. Great. Why? I literally unplugged the TV.
Now
Why
you're-
is there
now
should be
you're
no reason that
moving.
my TV's still showing up? Can you hear me? Am I sounding fine? What's...
You're
You're-
somewhat hearable,
you're going
and
in
then
and
you
out.
break up. You're
Yeah.
choppy.
Right, I'm closing that last article. I have nothing connected to internet anymore other than literally just my computer. So nothing should be using my internet. My internet's been doing better. That makes 0 sense.
He was fine for a second.
He was.
He's doing real good for a second.
This is upsetty spaghetti. Alright, here's what I'm going to try. Alright, how do I sound?
Better.
Better.
For now.
Okay, I'm going to do it with my camera off. That is my thought. And we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're sounding better now.
Yeah.
Lovely. Stupid, but lovely. Maybe it's because of the fact that this is a
And there's not
1080p. It's a 1080p camera that my dad
Maybe.
gave me. So maybe it's the camera is like
Maybe.
trying to, make up for the fact that it's 1080p.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so you ready for this news that's going to make your life?
Yeah, you sound.
Yep.
All right, Taco Bell
Okay.
now has a new permanent item that wasn't permanent before.
Any guesses?
All right. Yeah, you got a guess?
That wasn't permanent. It wasn't permanent before. Is it the triple stick stack coming back?
No.
No.
Is it my churro?
Nope, you got.
It is the grilled cheese burrito.
Oh,
Yeah! Oh, I was a cry. Oh,
so
It is
what
now-
your fascination with the burrito and grilled?
Why did that just fucking play again?
I
Don't
literally
fucking play
just
again.
cried.
So what?
Oh. Oh.
I knew that would make you
what is
freaking happy.
What is your fascination with this?
What are you saying, Essie? What is my fascination with the grilled
Yes.
cheese burrito? First off, shut your mouth. And second off, it is the most beautiful thing that Taco Bell has ever made.
Triple steak stack.
Have you even had one? Have you even had
No.
one? Well, you haven't lived life, then.
But what's so good about it?
No wonder you're not happy. It's literally a burrito with cheese on the outside that they've grilled and put rice and meat and more cheese and love. And it's just pure bliss and oh my goodness, I can't even take it right now. We're gonna have to end the podcast soon.
You could do a whole episode on this. That'd be funny.
I could do a whole episode on the grilled cheese burrito. Are you kidding me? I could talk about it for hours. That should have been the first story, Xander, and then it would have just been me during the entire podcast, just the grilled cheese burrito.
All right. So here's what we are going to do now. I don't know how long it was when I stopped the recorder or had to leave the first time, but via discussion while we were trying to fix last week's episode, Ashley is going to talk about her sight/lack of sight. I will make you a bigger frame so you can go ahead and do that.
Alright. So.
Okay.
Oh. Alright, y'all. You can see me. So, just for context, I'm charging my phone, and I have it on a little stand thingy, and so I have to hold it, because otherwise, you won't be able to see me that well. So my vision is I have ROP, which stands for retinopathy of prematurity. And a lot of us that were born early, I was born at 26 weeks, so I'm literally a miracle, and yes, I'm an identical twin.
I always forget that.
I definitely didn't know that.
My vision specifically is I have no vision in my right eye. I'm totally blind. In my left eye, without correction, I don't have a lens in my eye, so everything's blurry. Because they took it out in 04, and just didn't put a lens back in. And with glasses, I have 2200, which means your visual acuity, 20/200 means what somebody can see at. Oh shit! I'm gonna fuck this up. I always do.
I always do every time.
So I think it's is it the bottom or the top? I can never remember. But
I think it's something that people can see at 200 feet
yeah,
away.
I can see
you
it
have
20
320.
feet away.
Yeah. Or wait, is that?
It
no,
might be the other
that's
way
not
around.
right. It's the other way.
No, because what somebody can see at a farther distance, I can see it at a near distance.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. We're
Yeah.
right. We got it. We
So,
figured it out.
I only have central vision. I don't
We
have
really should know
peripheral.
how to do
If I was to put my hand right up to my eye, I used to do this a lot in when I did presentations. If you take your hand and you cup the side of your eye, that's where my peripheral stops, so I don't have any. So I can't drive. And also, I have what's known as heterochromia. I can't open my one eye that well, but I literally have two different colored eyes. One is brown and one is blue. My sister is the opposite. When I was in high school, I found out that a kid I went to school with had the same thing. And then when I lived in California, I found out somebody had the same thing. And she told me what it was. So, I literally have 2 different colored eyes, which is cool. And I also, let's see, what else is wrong with me? There's a lot. So I'm
What
not
else is-
just legally blind, so that's like what's
I
considered legally blind. But I also do have mild cerebral palsy too, which affects my left side more than my right. My right side is dominant. So that's
yeah,
basically
what JR?
a like a muscle weakness thing, which equates to I also have degenerative discs that I've apparently had my entire life, so that's fun. Um, all these things I've dealt with my entire life, so I'm just like whatever at this point. But I don't let like anything stop me. My sister is severely multiply handicapped, by the way, so like we are different. You can definitely tell. Um, I can. So I have 2 part-time jobs. I work for Nissan Stadium in Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville. I work on the fan side, so I basically provide doctoral assistance. Um, that requires looking at tickets. I've also worked in law enforcement doing that. So I've done a lot of stuff that requires vision. I am a very visual person. And I like to use vision while I have it. Probably shouldn't, but whatever. It's life. Um, but yeah, I've always been this way. I don't know any differently. And I don't let anything stop me. So my advice to anybody with vision, without vision, is like, be a badass and don't let anyone tell you no. Go after what you want, because trust me, people will try and control you, and when you take your control back and be like, I'm doing me, that makes a world of difference. I like to say it doesn't matter what you have wrong with you. It matters the type of person you are, and it matters the attitude you have, because attitudes are everything. So with all that, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that leads me to dun 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 dun. So I have to breathe for this one. For the next 4 days, starting tomorrow through Sunday, one of my favorite times, I don't know about that, is happening where downtown has been insane. So all week during the beginning of June, it's like June, let's say 7th, so June 5th through like the 11th this year, Country Music Festival is happening. So really what matters is the 4 days of nonstop chaos downtown, where different stages are set up throughout downtown Nashville and throughout Nissan Stadium. And I assume that some of the major players like Luke Bryan, I saw Ashley Cook, some other people I've seen in years past are performing. So I'm not sure who's all on the main stages. I hope it's different this time, because it becomes a little redundant and boring. I also have so my first year I was a promotions intern, so I got to kind of experience that, and then I attended it for 5 years, and after that I just got burned out from it. So I attended last year, and it was I got to see Carrie. That was cool. So that's what's happening this week. So if you're an out-of-towner, if you're local, if you've never experienced Nashville or CMA Fest and you're a country music fan, do it. They also have different festivities happening throughout. So like they have Fanfare, which I believe is in Music City Center. They have like writers rounds and all these things happening. And they do have an app that you can download so that you can plan your schedule. So it's kind of cool. It's also a way for people to get drunk and all that stuff. So you'll
Yeah.
never every day is different. It's really hot. It's humid. So drink lots of water. So that's happening.
Vodka's water,
What's
right?
that?
Vodka's water, right?
Yeah, it's water, Otto. Yep.
It's got
Yep.
water in
Exactly.
it.
And so that's like the major thing that's happening this week. Let's see. I know like last week there was a few new songs that dropped. I believe David J dropped a new song, and he's also gonna be performing at CMA. So he's somebody that I found on TikTok actually. And I found a lot of Nashville
think I've
indie
heard him.
artists that are country based. And also if you just reach out to them, like they're pretty friendly. Like they'll just let you do stuff if you're not using it.
I feel like I've heard him.
Yeah, his newest single is Last Time. He's been around. Another one is Roman Alexander. They're both Nashville based. Elena Springsteen.
That one I know I've seen.
Yeah. And that was like really all that was worthy from last week. I did check out Avenged. I wasn't really happy with it. By the way, just so you know, I've seen them live at Uproar, and they put on a good show, but I'm kind of wondering if that's still the case, because like when you light things on fire, that's pretty and it's magical.
I've heard that they still put on a fantastic
but
show.
I don't know, like,
I don't know how the hell they're gonna play half the songs on the album, but
it's gonna be a thing.
yeah, I can't wait to see more live videos about like how they're doing.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I'm not even a big country music fan, and that sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It's just a lot because there's like, it's like, so they have like Riverfront Stage, which is by Bridgestone. They have a stage on Bridgestone. My dad was asking me if something was happening in Bridgestone, and I was like, no, it's all outside. And then they have like the main stage at Nissan, which is where I'll be at. For those who care, if you are there, I will be like outside, and then tomorrow, Friday, I'll be somewhere new, and then Saturday and Sunday I'll be in my regular spot. So come say hi. It's always a good time. Don't get too drunk, and yeah, don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right. Otto, would you like to attempt your video?
We can attempt it.
All right.
A 7th grader is suing his middle school over what he says violates his First Amendment rights. One America's Katie Smith has more.
Yes, red on a shirt made people feel unsafe. They told me that I wasn't in trouble, but it sure felt like I was.
A 12-year-old, with help from his attorneys, sues his middle school in Massachusetts over a t-shirt. 7th grader Liam Morrison's lawyers appeared in court Wednesday because the student felt his First Amendment rights were threatened when he was told to change a shirt that read, "There are only two genders."
In a school like Liam's, the opposite view about sex and gender and the way that relates to human identity is expressed all of the time, whether it's through the flags in the hallways or posters or pride events. The school is permeated with one particular viewpoint on this subject, and Liam and perceives that there's pressure not to be able to express a different view.
Liam was told to change his shirt but politely denied, which prompted a phone call to his dad. His father supported his son's choice not to remove the shirt and then picked him up from school. Following this incident, he took the stand at a Middleborough school committee meeting to plead his case.
What did my shirt say? 5 simple words. There are only two genders. Nothing harmful, nothing threatening, just a statement I believe to be a fact. I have been told that my shirt was targeting a protected class. Who is this protected class? Are their feelings more important than my rights?
He wore it again this month. However, this time the shirt read, "There are censored genders," where censored covered the words "only two" from the original design. And faculty still had him remove it, which triggered his legal pursuit.
I don't complain when I see pride flags and diversity posters hung throughout the school. Do you know why? Because others have a right to their beliefs just as I do.
A local trans rights activist argued that gay pride flags are approved because their messages are meant to be supportive. while the t-shirt statement is allegedly hateful and biased. While the case is still being decided, the judge denied the student's attorney's request for a temporary injunction, which would have allowed Liam to express his beliefs at school. However, his attorney's end goal is to be granted permission at the next hearing, June 13th, for Liam to be allowed to freely wear it by the end of the school year. Katie Smith, One America News.
Isn't that interesting?
So,
Yeah, I'd heard about that.
let's all be reminded that we didn't just decide, well, okay. We were born one way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you're basically like,
You can only be born one of two ways. If you want to change that
Yeah.
later, go for it. But you are only born one of two ways.
you are, and like, I have this conversation with like my friends all the time. And when, like, I worked a show that was promoting like trans rights and things. And basically I heard a lot of the time that, you know, kids should be allowed to be who they are, but they don't know who they are. And now we're saying that it's okay for you not to know, you'll never know, and then you'll just be sad and depressed. A lot of us were born with an identity, we were born a gender, we knew who we were, and we were okay with that. At some point, you flipped the script and said, no, we're gonna just flip this upside down. And I get that, like, if you aren't happy with that, you can change it. But remember, our bodies aren't meant to, like, change our makeup. You can only push that so far.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so
The South
before I
Park
say
episode on this does perfect.
before I say anything on what I think about that, I'm going to attempt to play one of my videos that I mentioned that I had originally for last week that I didn't get to. It fits perfectly, especially with what Ashley was just saying. So I'm going to attempt it.
I 100% feel like I was part of some cruel medical and social experiment.
I've now been living as a woman for 28 years, and I fully regret this.
I can't believe this happened. I ruined my life.
I'm angry. What's gonna happen to the kids and the youth? I'm sad for humanity and the children and what's gonna happen.
Wish I could just very harshly say to my young pre-testosterone but trans-identifying self, don't do any of this, don't go on T, don't get surgery, don't even change your name, just stop.
I lived 8 years as Laura Jensen until I woke up and realized that it was totally insane to live this out.
Those who are struggling with their gender, this is called gender dysphoria, where they feel a particular way that doesn't line up with their physical reality. And so the technical term is gender dysphoria, and some would say that you should have a transition to match your felt reality, at least in your mind, to match your physical reality. And so gender dysphoria is that confusion, and then they are trying to seek ways to remedy that from their perspective. All right, so now that we've defined our terms, how many people are really struggling with this? Well, according to numerous statistics, the numbers are exploding in recent years. As one example, we'll take a look here at a clinic in the UK called the Tavistock Gender Identity Clinic for Children and Young People, and they've seen just a surge in referrals in the last 10 years, in the last decade or so. And these numbers are similar throughout the Western world, including here in America.
This is what I mean. This is how deep my voice is. It's gotten deeper over time, and it's settled. This is what I mean by hair loss, and it just keeps getting worse. It keeps thinning. It keeps receding backward.
My name is Chloe Cole, and I'm an 18-year-old former transgender child. I transitioned from the age of 12 up until 16 when I realized it all was a lie. My story is a cautionary tale. Children and parents across the country have been caught off guard by gender ideology. How did we get to this point?
Well, I'll tell you how. Because it became a trend. Like, once one person did it, then everyone just hopped on board and was like, okay, I'm not happy with myself. And it's like, why? Why are you so lost that... And my other question is, when you do transition, is it easy to transition back or not?
No, I think it's even more difficult to transition, and I feel like that's why a lot of those people ought to have it.
I mean, even that girl at the end was... this is going to sound weird to say. She was kind of attractive, assuming she looked like her old self. But she, you could still tell there were some manly facial features, and obviously her voice was deeper than it should be, because she was a guy for however long. The old guy that said he lived with Laura Jensen for 8 years, he's still he was a guy and then he was a girl and now he's a guy again, but there's still parts of him, like even his voice sounds higher than it should, and there's parts of him that still look like a woman. So some people say even, oh, you do you, leave our kids alone. But again, even that old guy who, he's definitely old, he did it as, he did it for 8 years as however old he is now. So, I mean, he's still, even people of older age and our age were some of those, they still regret it. So it's not just, that you don't do it to the children, which obviously that's a big argument to be made too, which is one thing I want to say, is, we changed our drinking and smoking and whatever and military age to 21 because, that's people aren't mature enough or can't handle themselves. But yet, the kids can make a decision on what gender they are, but they can't drink or go to war or whatever,
Life-altering decision. It's about where we're at.
I mean, it's really sad. I don't understand why anybody would have to go to that length.
A big part of it is probably just, the media and the lies that the media gives.
Well, yes, because everything is false advertising. Maybe not
like
everything,
this.
but a lot of things.
CNN retracted a report claiming Congress was investigating a Russian investment fund with ties to Trump officials. Newsweek reported Poland's First Lady refused to shake Trump's hand, but later acknowledged she did. CNN edited a video to make it appear as though Trump impatiently dumped a box of fish food into the water in Japan. The full video showed Trump had simply followed the lead of Japan's prime minister. Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal falsely reported special counsel Robert Mueller had subpoenaed Trump's bank records. AP reported a new survey showed trust in the media had fallen during the Trump presidency, but the survey was actually conducted under President Obama. The New York Times said a hypothetical family's tax bill would rise nearly $4,000 under Trump's tax plan. It turns out their taxes would actually go down $43. The New York Times and CNN shared a story with photos of immigrant children in cages. It turns out the photos were from 2014, during the Obama administration. In December 2018, NBC reported Trump was the first president since 2002 not to visit the troops at Christmas time, but Trump actually left the White House on Christmas to visit troops in Iraq. ABC aired video purportedly showing a slaughter and horrific report of atrocities against Kurds by Turkey after President Trump withdrew U.S. troops.
This video right here appearing to show Turkey's military bombing Kurd civilians in a Syrian border town.
But the video was file tape of a training video in the U.S. In November 2019, Newsweek falsely reported that President Trump was spending Thanksgiving golfing in Florida. He was actually in Afghanistan serving dinner to U.S. troops.
Good
CBS aired a story in March of 2020 supposedly showing a New York hospital crowded with coronavirus patients.
It's all hands on deck in America's hospitals.
It was actually file tape from Italy. A week later, CBS News mistakenly used the Italy video again.
Wow. Credible
Yep.
news sources. Wow. How credible are you?
Right?
I can hear the surprise.
You want to
My
know
favorite
what?
are the
That's
first
actually
two.
really messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite are the first two, where the first one showed, whoever it was not shaking Trump's hand, and then she just goes back and shakes it a second, after shaking whoever was in front of him. And then the other one with, him impatiently dumping the seeds or whatever in the water. And again, he was just following whoever he was with.
Yep.
Even
So,
the other,
yeah.
like the one after that, you could just tell that it was like wrong.
Yeah. A lot of people refuse to see it though. But
All right, so
the
we're a
grilled
little
cheese
weird.
burrito's back, so the country's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else they want to say?
I want some Taco Bell
Besides
now.
the grilled cheese burritos back. Yeah, we're gonna have to end this podcast so I can head to Taco Bell.
I got a lot of Baja Blast, so we can mix it with our alcohol.
Nice.
Which,
Are
by
they
the
selling
way,
Baja again, or
nope, I got it from Taco Bell, but that does come out in a week and a half.
Wait,
son of a dick. Okay.
Baja Blast out in stores again in a week and a half. Actually, probably a week by now.
Oh,
Great. Because that's just what I needed to hear today
I
too.
miss Baja Blast. Baja Blast is still my favorite.
It's good.
Good answer. Good answer.
First Oberon's got like the 6 the different ones. Then the grilled cheese burrito's back. Now Baja Blast is back. I can't handle all this.
Does anyone still drink white?
Well-
by the way,
It doesn't exist, unfortunately, currently.
does anyone
say,
still
Ashley?
drink? No,
Oh yeah.
that was good too.
I like Whiteout. It was good.
Doesn't this?
They mix it. It's in like
Yeah, it was.
the red, white, and berry, red, white, and blue Mountain Dew when they released that for like the 4th of July or whatever. I doubt we're getting that this year, but because that's like Code Red, Voltage, and
USA.
Whiteout mixed together. Yeah, that Do SA. Thank you. I couldn't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and with that, ding dong. Goodbye.
Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you kids do nowadays. Follow us on our link trees. We'll get Ashley's stuff in there at some point.
What he said.
And
Bye.
we'll see you all in the next one.